Watching so many monsters flying over, Musashi Ten and Jin Chenghin felt a bit of pressure. However, both being expert players who had seen and experienced many things, they naturally would not get frightened by a group of blood seekers. "Jin-san, have your summons protect me. I'm going in first," Musashi Ten shouted, his feet rapidly moving as his entire figure turned into an afterimage, rushing forward to meet the blood seekers. As he advanced, the purple gas from Musashi Ten's mask continuously dispersed, gradually spreading throughout his body. Soon, an ethereal figure like a ghost samurai took shape outside Musashi Ten's body, solidifying into physical form. At the same time, Musashi Ten used appraisal on the approaching bloodseekers, only to discover they had the suffix fallen corpse puppet after their names. He was quite confused, as he had never seen monsters with such suffixes during his time in the national trial. But thinking about it, since these monsters came from the Dark Castle, it was normal for them to have peculiarities about them. Neither Musashi Ten nor Jin Chenghen knew much about the Dark Castle, so they did not think much of it. Musashi Ten was the first to clash with the Bloodseekers. He did not hold back at all, immediately using his skill, Ghost Breath Slash. As his samurai sword swung forward in a chopping motion, the ghost samurai that manifested around him also wielded its sword with both hands, swinging forward with 2 consecutive side slashes. Instantly, 2 huge purple slashes struck consecutively, ravaging the group of Bloodseekers. The Bloodseekers were ultimately the lowest level monsters in the Dark Castle, and they naturally could not withstand such a powerful skill from Musashi Ten. Except for some quick reacting Bloodseekers that barely managed to dodge and escape death, dozens of Bloodseekers perished under this one sword strike. After killing several Bloodseekers, Musashi Ten was secretly delighted. Seems like the monsters in the Dark Castle aren't so dangerous after all. However, Musashi Ten soon discovered something puzzling. While controlling the ghost samurai to protect himself and fighting against the countless Bloodseekers, he called out to Jin Chenghen, who had caught up. "Jin-san, didn't your second uncle say that killing monsters in the Dark Castle would yield us points? Why haven't I received any experience points or points after killing so many monsters?" Jin Chenghen, controlling his Abyss Crawler, had also joined the battle. The Abyss Crawler leaped up and bit a Bloodseeker, crunching it twice before swallowing it. However, Jin Chenghen did not see any increase in points either. While dealing with these Bloodseekers, Jin Chenghen was puzzled. "This isn't right. As far as I know, killing any monster in the Dark Castle should give us points." After thinking for a moment, Jin Chenghen confidently said, "It seems like my second uncle is right. There is really something wrong with the Dark Castles. It doesn't match the original design. I think I understand how Lu Fan had obtained so many points. The secret must be inside the Dark Castle. Musashi Ten, follow me into the Dark Castle. I think we can quickly earn hundreds of thousands of points." Hearing this, Musashi Ten became even more energetic, controlling the ghost samurai's power to continue fighting the surrounding Bloodseekers. Meanwhile, Lu Fan was riding Zhao Yi and was searching various places on the map for mission scrolls. The fallen corpse puppets were being directly controlled by his pets, and not himself. Although his control and perception of them was not all that strong, he could at least sense where they were and whether they were alive or not. Lu Fan quickly sensed that his fallen corpse puppets were continuously decreasing in number. It was normal for fallen corpse puppets to die while going out to hunt. However, Lu Fan noticed the number and speed at which these fallen corpse puppets were being killed was unusual and abnormal. Could someone be hunting down my fallen corpse puppets? Lu Fan frowned, and after carefully checking what was wrong, he could tell that the dead fallen corpse puppets were all low-level monsters guarding the blood-hell demon Dark Castle. Damn it. I just left and someone is already raiding my home. Lu Fan was immediately displeased. If it were any other fallen corpse puppets, death would not have mattered much. However, these fallen corpse puppets were guarding his Dark Castle. This meant that the attackers might be planning to enter his Dark Castle. Lu Fan did not want others intruding on his resting place. Moreover, someone clearing the Dark Castle at the moment in time was not exactly bad news for him. After all, if he returned now, he would definitely encounter at least one representative from another country. Killing them would mean another large amount of points. So, Luan stopped looking for mission scrolls and ordered Zhao Yi to turn back, wanting to see who was bold enough to raid his lair. About 2 hours had passed. By now, monster corpses littered the entrance of the Dark Castle. However, they had managed to clear out all the monsters. The Dark Castle was now silent, its gate still tightly closed, as if empty inside with no monsters to emerge. This Dark Castle is truly terrifying. Both waves of monsters are of such high level, and they are all so strong. If there's a third wave, I think we would be forced to retreat. You think there isn't a third wave? My second uncle told me before that what makes the Dark Castle terrifying is that there are 6 waves, plus the final boss, one of the 9 hell demons. These 6 waves would come out one after another, each stronger than the last, giving no chance for the challenger to catch their breath. Hearing this, Musashi Ten felt goosebumps all over his body. 6 waves? No wonder they say that the Dark Castle is a trap, that we should run away as soon as we see it. Forget 6 waves. I doubt any of our 23 country representatives could withstand the 3rd wave. Speaking of which, if there are supposed to be 6 waves, why did it stop after 2 waves? Jin Cheng'en thought for a moment and smiled. Maybe that's where the problem lies. Look at it this way, if my guess is correct, the Dark Castle definitely has issues that don't match with its original design. Normally, most would see the first 2 waves and think that the Dark Castle is too terrifying. At that point in time, they would try and find a way to flee. However, Lu Fan got lucky, and after enduring 2 waves, he discovered the Dark Castle's secret. Jin Cheng'en spoke with absolute confidence, as if he had already figured out all its secrets. His attitude made Musashi Ten curious. Oh, what do you mean? Have you already figured out the Dark Castle's exploit? Of course. Jin Cheng'en straightened his back, patting the abyss crawler beside him. Once the Dark Castle's gate opens, you'll understand. Go, open this gate. Arriving at the entrance of the Dark Castle, extending 2 arms to push open the heavy gate. Asterisk rumble. Asterisk after the gate was pushed open, the interior was pitch black. Nothing could be seen. Musashi Ten gripped his twin blades tightly, afraid that some monster might rush out. In contrast, Jin Cheng'en remained very calm. Inside the door, there was no movement. Jin Cheng'en's smile deepened as he ordered the abyss crawler to lead the way in. After its body disappeared into the darkness for a moment and confirmed the interior was completely safe, Jin Cheng'en then beckoned Musashi Ten to follow him into the castle. After passing through a pitch-black corridor, the two finally arrived inside the Dark Castle. To Musashi Ten's astonishment, the vast Dark Castle interior was empty, with only a throne standing in its deepest depths. What's going on here? There are no other monsters in the castle? Where is the Hell Demon? Where's the demon army? Musashi Ten put away his blades, looking around to examine the place. Seeing no monsters in the Dark Castle, Jin Cheng'en revealed an as expected smile, slowly walking forward while saying in an extremely confident tone, "It seems like my previous deductions have been proven to be true. Lu Fan really got lucky, finding such a huge exploit. No wonder he has over 1,000,000 points now." Seeing how Jin Cheng'en seemed to know what was going on, Musashi Ten quickly asked him why there were no monsters in the Dark Castle, and what this exploit was about. Jin Cheng'en unhurriedly explained. This is actually quite simple to explain. Do you have any understanding of secret realm construction? Musashi Ten shook his head. He had always focused his time and energy on improving his strength and leveling up. He knew basically nothing about the construction of artificial secret realms. Jin Cheng'en glanced at him, then said, "I don't know about the detailed specifics either, but I do know the general process of constructing a secret realm. Taking this Dark Castle as an example, for us to recreate the 9 Hell Demons and the Dark Castles, they need to use enough materials to merge with a secret realm foundation stones, then fill them into the secret realm. The secret realm foundation stones containing various materials would act like an egg, gradually expanding and differentiating from ordinary stone. It would eventually evolve into what those building the secret realm wants it to become. In short, to place 9 Hell Demons in the Dark Castle, those that build up the secret realm would need to put something like a seed here. As time passes, This seed would take root and sprout, becoming the 9 hell demons and their demon army. At that point, the artificial secret realm would be complete. Musashi Ten listened and nodded, somewhat understandingly. You mean the reason there's no demon army here is because something went wrong with this seed? Jin Chenghin very confidently said. Must be. Otherwise, how do you explain the complete disappearance of the hell demon and its demon army? They couldn't have been cleared out, right? In my view, it's most likely that the seed did not differentiate between the hell demon and the demon army as the builders and designers intended it to. It's like placing an egg here, but in the end the egg did not hatch, so the monster inside never appeared. However, although this egg did not hatch, it contains enough energy to produce part of the demon army. As long as we break this egg, we can get the points for killing the hell demon and its whole demon army. Hearing Jin Chenghin's explanation, Musashi Ten suddenly understood, nodding and smiling. I see. So that's how the Dragon Country representative picked up such an easy advantage. This is how he effortlessly gets points for eliminating the demon army. Ah, if we had known earlier that the Dark Castle was just an empty shell with only 2 waves, why did we spend so many days running around out there? We could have just gone to all the Dark Castles and claimed the points. But now, the Dragon Country representative got ahead of us and already obtained points from 2 Dark Castles. Jin Chenghin smiled. It's not too late since we've already found out the secret. At least, you and I can be certain that none of the Dark Castles are anything to fear. We also now know that Lu Fan is nothing but an opportunist who makes use of exploits. Once we collect all the remaining Dark Castle points, no matter how many points he has accumulated, I'll use the ultimate mission scroll to hunt him down and kill him. When he finished speaking, Jin Chenghin's eyes revealed undisguised viciousness. Musashi Ten had no objections to this, as the two had already agreed that the final points would be distributed according to a certain ratio. Killing Lu Fan and getting his points would benefit Musashi Ten too, winning more resources for his Cherry Blossom Country. Jin Chenghin's smile faded as he said to Musashi Ten, Alright, since there isn't a hell demon in this dark castle, let's quickly find where this seed is. If Lu Fan happened to discover this secret, others might discover it too. We need to get as many points as possible before everyone else realizes what's going on. If too many people learn of this, the points that should belong to us would be scattered. Musashi Ten nodded. You're right, finding the seed is the priority. By the way, what does this so-called seed look like? Jin Chenghin replied. I don't know either. The seed is something that can produce various monsters and scenes in the secret realm. It could be anything, really. Still, a failed seed should seem strange. If we search carefully, we'll definitely find some clues. The two spread out and began searching everywhere in the vast castle interior, looking for anything unusual. However, after searching for a long time and nearly overturning the only throne in this space, they found nothing unusual. At this point, both men became uncertain. Especially Jin Chenghin, because if everything was as he thought, there should be a seed here. Why is it that nothing can be found? Why did the castle look like it had already been cleared? But if it had already been cleared, why are there still 2 waves of monsters outside? It just doesn't make any sense. No, we must not have searched thoroughly enough. Jin Chenghin's patience was wearing thin. Just as he was about to have his abyss summon rampage through the place and turn everything upside down, a voice suddenly came from the main entrance of the dark castle. What are you two looking for?